Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. The title is true. I kind of quit on K-pop and J-pop. It's just not something that you should expect to see heavily promoted on this channel anymore moving forward. There's no doubt that each of these communities have brought their own group of friends into my life, which I will be forever grateful for. I honestly don't think I will ever completely drop loving those cultures because I still cannot deny how lit I get to listening to DPR Live or Sick K. Right now, the type of music I listen to, honestly, is American rap, American trap music. I really love R&B and hip hop just overall. It's music that I have grown up with, kind of. Like, not exactly, because rap from the 90s and rap now is very different, but some rappers out there just have me feeling myself. I don't know how to explain it, and Korean rappers just didn't really do that for me. I wanted to kind of feel more connected, I guess, because I really don't know Korean. Like, let's just be, I have been interested in K-pop and I have not really spent the time to learn Korean, and I'm not even mad about that. It doesn't make me feel it. Like, I want to feel music. Maybe one day I'll get bored and go back to listening to heavy metal and screamo music again. Like, I have no idea, but to me that's the beauty of being able to shift and change through life. Like, as life happens to you, you change. Y'all, it has been a decade, damn near a decade, since I started posting videos and talking about kawaii this and K-pop bias that. Like, I am tired. It is just tiring. There's only so much content that y'all want to see from the same person talking about the same thing. And also, I love anime too, especially really good ones that I think are underrated. Like, I will never stop going to anime conventions because I like the euphoria being in those types of environments. But having been off YouTube for over a year has really showed me that there's so much more that I have not seen that I like besides those two things. And I was really sort of boxing myself off into loving these cultures and loving these like trends out of these parts of the world, thinking that that was all I could honestly grow into. And I didn't want to be the channel that only talked about those two cultures, because honestly, I'm keeping it all the way 100, y'all. Black culture is beautiful, Nigerian culture is beautiful, even parts of American culture is pretty awesome, okay? Even though I know we have a lot of turmoil going on right now, okay, in the White House. We have some beauty to our culture as well, because we are a little bit more of a open-minded society that is not homogenous, and there are things that I feel like Korea had when I was there that I personally wasn't okay with, and things about Japan that I certainly wasn't okay with. So to be super like, go Japan, go Korea all the time just felt fake. Same with Nigerian culture. I'm Nigerian first generation, and I love being Nigerian, but there are some things in Nigerian culture and upbringing that I just don't agree with, and that is okay. When you're a YouTuber, it is so important to check out of the world of YouTube and into the world of yourself, and that's what I did. Essentially, I made sure that no matter what, I was growing. I was addicted to becoming inspirational to myself first, because if I wasn't, then all of this would have been obvious that I wasn't doing this for the right reason. This being YouTube, this being a content creator, influencer, whatever you want to call me, it just feels really good to be sitting here in front of my camera, like as me, as myself, like not as a character or whatever. Not saying I was a character necessarily, because I was just dressing up and enjoying fashion, but this took no effort. Like, I mean, yeah, I did my makeup, you know, put in work or whatever, you know what I'm saying, but it's still like more me than putting on a completely different colored wig with different textured hair and changing up my eye diameter size. Like, all of that to me is just so much work, and it's like, I mean, I don't mind doing it every once in a while, but I am not even interested in looking like that anymore. Like, it's not like I even care to look like that anymore, so why should I keep doing it? And that's kind of why I was like, all right, well, this is just not working. You know, the world just kind of kept telling me, the universe kept telling me, this is not you, and I had to listen to it. I can't even tell y'all specifically what I mean by that, but I just kept getting signs like, you gotta kind of let this go. You gotta kind of grow and move forward from who you used to be, because this is not gonna get you to where you want to be. I also think having gone to Japan and Korea brought out my inner weeb. Like, I'm telling you, I was such a weeb. It was so annoying. And I think after having gone there, I'm like, okay, I've been there, I've seen it. I think I'm ready to do other things now. Because I think before that, I was still very much so interested in dressing differently and, you know, trying to be like that type of caricature or like whatever. But now I'm kind of like, if I go back there, I'm gonna go back there looking just like this, y'all. I really wanted to like showcase that I was so different, and that to me is a sign that there was a level of unhappiness I had with myself. Like my friends would be like, why don't you really like look into dressing a little bit differently? And I'm like, nah, that's okay. I like my colorful, like, you know, outfits and stuff. And like, I think they were really trying to kind of guide me into looking more like my age. And I'm not saying like, oh, you have to look your age after a certain point, but I kind of like looking like I am the age that I am. I like being in my 20-something era and feeling like it. And you're gonna look like a child if you dress like a child. Like, it's just, it kind of is what it is, you know what I'm saying? And that's okay for some people. There's some old little Lolita grandmas in Tokyo probably like dressing up however they want, and I think that that's beautiful. And I think everyone has the right to dress however they wish to dress. If I decide one day to just make a video dressing up however I want, you know, back to how I used to dress, if not better, I'm gonna do that. I still have a lot of colored wigs and kawaii style clothes, accessories, everything that I really want to get rid of. So if you're interested in checking out my Poshmark store, you can go to the link down below and view it and see what you want. And please, honey, take it off my hands. Like, at this point, I'm just really trying to get rid of this stuff because I have too much of these clothes that I don't wear anymore. And a lot of them are straight out of Tokyo, like, and also Korea. Like, some of the stuff I only wore like once, and then that was it, and I just never wore again. I tried to do you know, an outline on what I was gonna talk about, and I just could not follow it because I really had to speak from the heart, y'all. Like, this all just kind of came out real quick, but I really hope y'all get where I'm coming from. I think I'll still talk about a few things here and there about K-pop. I might have a segment on my channel about it, maybe, or anime, I don't know. And there's always my blog where I can talk about anything and everything, you guys. Like, I think the biggest takeaway from this video is, yes, I have changed, but I have not changed for the worse. I have changed for the better. Anyway, that's it for me, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe and get notifications on this channel, so every time I post, you are notified. And be sure to follow my Instagram, my blog, and also my Facebook, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.
If it, yeah, yeah. If it, yeah. If it, yeah, yeah. If it, yeah. If it, yeah, yeah. If it, yeah.